My name is Debbie Reynolds. They call me the Data Diva. Today I want to talk about data privacy and the Metaverse. So the Metaverse is a term that's used to describe kind of the future of computing as it relates to the internet and how people will interact with the internet or Internet of Things, types of things. So think of the metaverse, in my view, I think of the metaverse as kind of like a fourth dimension or an extra layer that's added on top of kind of your regular physical sort of world experience. Some people call it the spatial internet. If you think about the internet now, the internet is something that you have to go to. So you have to either go to your computer or pick up a tablet or pick up a phone to interact with the internet. But the way the technologies are going, they're implementing them sort of in the world in general, in the outside world. So places where there'll be sort of sensors or ways to interact with the internet, like for example, as you're walking down the street. So an example from Minority Report was the movie Minority Report, where Tom Cruise was walking down the street and he was seeing ads based on sort of who he was and what he was interested in. So the technological capabilities exist to do that. So companies are investing very heavily in technologies that will sort of bring the metaverse or spatial internet together. So you think about the internet as something, they want the internet to be something that's sort of always on and around you. That could be good or bad, I guess. Even though that sounds very sci-fi and forward thinking, like it may not happen, you know, as I said, companies are investing very heavily in things like all types of reality. So augmented reality, mixed reality, virtual reality, things to sort of bring that presence, bring your presence in with the internet and have it be around you. So some of the first applications that I feel like the metaverse that we'll see will probably be sort of in medical, education, and employment. So an example in employment, it may be, let's say you're wearing glasses and your supervisor is trying to give you some instruction. They may have a camera that can see what you see so that you're sort of collaborating in real time. Or we've already seen or we're seeing in sort of think of an employment situation where you are, say in like education. So let's say you're getting training. Instead of you watching a video, you may actually be role playing as an avatar in a particular thing in terms of training. And then medical, I think medical will have, really great uses because we're seeing situations where people may not be physically present, right? And need to do things at a distance. So being able to bring that virtual element into kind of medical will be really interesting. So this is a term that we're going to hear a lot about. I think it's kind of an umbrella term that companies will use to talk about all these different ways that they want people to interact with the internet that isn't sort of the typical way that you think about the way the internet should work. In terms of privacy, it brings up a lot of privacy concerns because in order to create a metaverse, you have to have a lot of data about individuals and probably more data than people are accustomed to giving. So it may be data about someone's physicality, about how they move through the world, like having like digital maps to show you how to move around in different places. So all that requires a lot more data and a lot more information. So I think it remains to be seen how the metaverse will play out, but I think it will be really interesting in the future to see all the new developments in technology to try to bring us sort of closer and try to make our sort of physical presence more in tune with technology. That's it. Thank you.